Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. This Saturday, the Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California will host Worlds Collide, a historic show that will be co-produced by WWE and AAA. While WWE has gradually opened up to working with other companies, most notably through its partnership with TNA, Worlds Collide marks the first time WWE is going all in on a fully collaborative event, akin to AEW's Forbidden Door. It must be noted, though, that WWE recently acquired AAA, making this an in-house crossover of sorts. With AAA now under the WWE/TKO umbrella, this show is likely a litmus test for what can be done with the AAA brand in the United States. As such, the AAA Mega Champion El Hijo del Vikingo will be in action at the show, set to defend his title against one Chad Gable. While Gable may be intent on maintaining the El Grande Americano facade, let's just put it this way. An absolute workhorse and deserving talent will be pulling double duty on Saturday and be a part of two prominently featured and likely to be incredible matches on June 7. El Grande Americano, fresh off defeating CM Punk and AJ Styles in Raw's main event, will enter the MITB match as a dark horse. While the gimmick has drawn mixed reactions, that's par for the course with wrestling fans, who often seem to find problems with anything and everything. And a significant chunk of fans have found the character entertaining. This raises the question, what if El Grande Americano wins the briefcase? Currently, Seth Rollins and LA Knight are considered frontrunners. But Gable's momentum and ability to turn a seemingly ridiculous gimmick into gold, pun intended, shouldn't be underestimated. His win over Punk and Styles is a testament to his underrated excellence, especially given the countless start-stop pushes he's endured. If Grande does win the briefcase, it could set up months of entertainment. The 39-year-old might even keep up the Luke Hader cosplay, mask, and all for months. He could morph back into Chad Gable right before or after his eventual cash-in. This would add an unpredictable flair to the MITB briefcase, something it has sorely lacked in recent years under Triple H's creative direction. Despite often being relegated to the undercard and having his pushes suddenly cut short, Gable has consistently remained one of Raw's most entertaining acts. He made the Alpha Academy and SHOH gimmick wildly popular, eventually becoming a beloved babyface, only to be abruptly turned heel, and in many fans' eyes, robbed of an intercontinental title reign. Now, with El Grande Americano, Gable has struck gold again. Whether it leads to a long-awaited main event push remains to be seen, but the potential is undeniable. Tathia interviewed wrestling stars such as Gunther and Drew McIntyre at the WWE Superstar Spectacle 2023 in Hyderabad. Tathia got hooked on wrestling during the road to WrestleMania 34 when there was widespread speculation about a potential John Cena vs. The Undertaker match, because they had always been the two most popular stars amongst the casual viewing audience in the country. The build-up to their match fueled his curiosity. Despite the brief match, he began exploring wrestling through Sportskeeda during this time, which led him to become passionate about the industry. CM Punk is a standout figure for Tathia, as he believes the star is a true master of blending fiction and reality in wrestling. Among a whole lot of things about CM Punk, he also resonates with Punk's mantra, "I'm straight edge, and straight edge means I'm better than you." In the ever-evolving landscape of WWE, reinvention is often the secret to longevity. Legends like Chris Jericho, The Undertaker, and Bray Wyatt have shown how changing a persona can breathe new life into a career. Now, in 2025, all eyes are on a 39-year-old veteran, The Miz, as speculation mounts that he is set not only to win this year's Money in the Bank ladder match, but to use it as the perfect moment to retire his long-standing Hollywood A-lister gimmick once and for all. Born Michael Mizanin, The Miz has defied expectations since debuting in WWE. Written off early as a reality TV star with no wrestling credentials, he clawed his way to the top through sheer charisma, grit, and adaptability. A two-time WWE champion, 8-time Intercontinental champion, and arguably one of the greatest talkers in WWE history, The Miz has remained a fixture on WWE programming for nearly 2 decades. But as the calendar ticks past his 39th birthday, fans and insiders are beginning to notice a shift. The over-the-top arrogance is still there, but it now comes across as tired, almost self-aware. His once iconic suits feel more like a costume than a character. Even his promos, once dripping with venom, now echo a man stuck in a loop. And maybe that's the point. The Hollywood A-lister gimmick, introduced in earnest around 2016, was perfect for the time. Miz leveraged real-world fame and heel tactics to create a persona both mockable and enviable. But 2025 is a different WWE, one where authenticity often trumps artifice. The current crop of stars, Cody Rhodes, Gunther, LA Knight, and even NXT's Carmelo Hayes, lean into real stories and deep motivations. The Miz, for all his achievements, risks being seen as a relic of a different time. Money in the Bank has always symbolized opportunity. For young stars, it's a breakout moment. For veterans, it's often a second chance. The Miz, who won the briefcase twice before, in 2010 and 2020, would be the first 3-time winner, a record that fits perfectly into his legacy-obsessed character. But this time, it's not just about glory. This time, it could be about rebirth. Imagine the moment. The Miz climbs the ladder amid a chaotic, high-stakes match featuring younger competitors like Braun Breaker, Austin Theory, and J.D. McDonagh. The crowd is torn, jeering, some cheering, many stunned, as he unhooks the briefcase. The following night on Raw, instead of the typical boastful celebration, The Miz delivers a sobering promo. "I've done it all. I've held this briefcase before. I've main-evented WrestleMania. I've been hated. I've been laughed at. I've even been ignored. But what I haven't been, what I haven't allowed myself to be, is real. That ends now. This briefcase isn't about another championship. It's about changing who I am. I'm retiring the A-lister." WWE has pulled off major character shifts before. Think Seth Rollins evolving into the Visionary or Roman Reigns reinventing himself as the Tribal Chief. But Miz's transformation would hit different. It would reflect the genuine wear and tear of age, of doubt, and of self-reflection. Imagine a documentary-style series on Peacock titled The Real Miz, where we see Michael Mizanin strip away the glamour. No more Hollywood shades or designer suits, just gym wear, real-life interactions, footage with his family, and candid interviews about what wrestling means to him now. The goal wouldn't be to turn him face in the traditional sense, but rather to build a multi-dimensional character who's earned the fans' respect the hard way. This is a performer who has outlasted eras, who's grown up in front of millions, and now wants to close out his career his way. In this vision, Miz holds the briefcase for several months, not rushing the cash-in. Instead, he's methodical, thoughtful. He teases the idea of targeting the World Heavyweight Champion, but instead makes an unthinkable move. He cashes in for a match, not a title. He challenges a top star, perhaps Cody Rhodes or Gunther, not just to compete, but to prove himself. The match is a passing of the torch, a gritty, emotional battle where Miz shows he can still go. Win or lose, that match becomes the official death of the Hollywood A-lister and the birth of Michael Mizanin, the wrestler. WWE fans are notoriously passionate and discerning. Many have long underrated the Miz's in-ring work because his character was so over the top. But by dropping the gimmick and chasing authenticity, Miz could earn a level of admiration he's never truly held. Wrestling critics and podcasts would buzz with praise for the reinvention. Social media would be flooded with clips of his raw promos, emotional matches, and the slow burn transformation of a man no longer playing a role. WWE itself could use this as a benchmark, proof that veterans can evolve without being relegated to part-time status or nostalgia acts. It's the kind of arc that earns Hall of Fame nods not just for longevity, but for legacy. Every character transformation needs a final story. Perhaps after proving himself in several matches, Miz begins mentoring a young heel, someone cocky, arrogant, and reminiscent of his own early days. The storyline writes itself. Student turns on teacher, Miz is forced into one last feud that tests the identity he's worked so hard to reclaim. At WrestleMania 41, he retires not in shame, but in a classic match that shows his full range: storytelling, grit, humility, and experience. The crowd cheers not because he was the best wrestler, but because he became real. If WWE pulls the trigger on The Miz winning Money in the Bank at 39 and uses it to retire the Hollywood A-lister, it could be one of the most compelling, grounded storylines in modern wrestling. It would honor a legacy while creating something new, a rare chance to give a polarizing performer the swan song he deserves. Because sometimes the biggest character shift isn't becoming someone else. It's finally revealing who you really are.